Well, hello there and welcome back to the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel, where today I do have a lot of news to update you on ahead of this weekend's clash away at Coventry. Ooh. So, some news that came out earlier in the week. There wasn't really too much to make a video on, but now we've got a lot of news, so I'll rattle through it all. So, David Myler, you may have not have seen, he's now the under 15s coach. So David Myler returns to the club after his fantastic stint when he was a player not that long ago, but I say that now and it's probably about 8 years ago that he was playing for us. So David Myler, he was a fantastic player, and I'm pretty sure that he'll be a fantastic manager and development person in that facility. He has been doing a lot of workshops with like the younger generations in Hull and also in various other places, so I can see that this being a perfect move for him and also the club. Aside from that, a contract has been given to Matty Jacobs, a contract extension. So we do now have Matty Jacobs on another permanent deal for so many years. It's another brilliant youth prospect. Tan Kesler said that he's one of the strongest prospects that we have at the club at the moment, especially in sort of working his way through wise. I mean, we do have quite a few young prospects within the starting 11 and within the bench, but Matty Jacobs is yet to break through. I think that he will do within the coming season or two. Now let's go over to what has been said in the press conference today ahead of this clash at Coventry. So a lot of updates have been given about the injuries that have been slowly biting away at the squad throughout the past few weeks. So I'll start off with the good one, that Siri is back in contention for this weekend's clash. I doubt that he'll start, but it could be a case of being on the bench and then coming into the squad as a substitution in that sort of 70th, 80th minute mark to get him a few minutes in before he is really a contention for the starting 11. Aaron Connolly, another injury case. He is back in training. He's doing quite well, and he won't be available for selection until after the international break. Liam Rosenia says, as he doesn't want to really risk anything, especially with him being a key attacking player. That we have seen the form sort of dip off since his departure through injury. A few more players now to go through. Obviously, we do have Doherty and Christie both out. Apparently, they're back at training yet again, and it's another one that we will have to wait for them to be back fit. There is apparently no real time frame on this, but they were both not that major of injuries, so it will be one that we'll probably see back towards the back end before the international break, or back when Aaron Connolly is after the international break. Now, obviously, we saw Aliasai Manesh and Adama Traore feature in the most recent games. I think that they'll feature a bit more, especially with getting minutes. And this is what Liam Rosenia's key thing about this is with recovering from injuries, is getting minutes, getting these players back into the squad and getting them a little bit more of a development within them, and that sort of slow building process with the players, especially coming back from injury. And I do see them both getting some solid minutes in against Coventry. Obviously, I will have my prediction video out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that on the YouTube channel. It's going to be a good one. It will be a good one. Yes, it will be a good one. I think this Coventry game, obviously coming off the back of that 2-0 victory over West Brom at home last Friday. Aside from that, there's a few little bits of news that I'll go through just for your FYI, for your information. So obviously, I don't know if you've seen today, it was reported about the free travel. You have to have a ticketing account to get one. I presume that it's just through the sheer volume of people getting this free travel. It's still going on. Free travel is still there for everyone, but it's just the sheer volume, and I presume there's been a few problems with that from the coaching end rather than anything to do with the processing of the free travel from the Hull City end. It's more, I presume it's more of an Acklam's problem than a Hull City, but that's just a little bit of information if you are using that free travel in the coming games. I believe it's from the Sunderland game onwards. I may be mistaken on that, so I would check out the article over at Hull City's social information places. So yeah, there's not too much more news I can think of revolving around this week. Obviously, there's been a few contracts flying around in the air about Hull City possibly pushing on to get some of these loan deals pushed into permanent deals. Two that have been very prominent this week have also obviously been Carl Darlow after his fantastic past two games. Obviously, he's only left one goal in the past two games, one man of the match in the West Brom game, one was into the team of the week for the entirety of the EFL, if you saw that. So it's definitely someone we want to get on a permanent deal, especially with it not looking likely that he'll be introduced back at Newcastle into sort of a first or second goalkeeper situation. Obviously, with them having all this money in, they can obviously replace Carl Darlow. So it does look like he will be making a permanent signing at the end of the season. It seems very likely. Another one, Aaron Connolly. Now, he is someone that I would love to have him permanently at Hull City. It seems like he wants to be, obviously with that relationship with Liam Rosenior. So if Liam Rosenior does stay through the pre-season into next season, it will definitely be one that I can see almost signing before we bring in any new players in this summer transfer window. So those are two ones to look out for. Another little injury information that I've just thought of, Von Koval, obviously he got injured earlier on in the season, and apparently his recovery process has been going quicker than anticipated. He's apparently a very hard worker, according to Liam Rosenior, who's obviously not played him because he was injured in the Shota era. So Liam Rosenior is very impressed with what he is producing in this recovery process, but it's another one that we won't see until pre-season. Ahead of the 23-24 season, as Liam Rosenior stated today. But it's nice to have an update on Von Koval, as he seems to be a good, promising youth prospect that we have brought in. We're getting a few of these in now, aren't we? We're getting a few. It's him, Xavier Simons, a few more. I think we're just going to be building this youth prospect, as Johnny Jolly wants this whole youth system to be built up as the Alams sort of tore it down. But that's every bit of information that I can think of over the past few weeks. Obviously, there's a prediction video out tomorrow, so make sure you look at that when it comes out tomorrow. But I'll see you over there. Make sure you like and subscribe. Goodbye.